Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
According to Sylvester Stallone in the movie Rocky Balboa, life destroys people. However, people should never give up regardless of their circumstances. Special Olympics Egypt helps disabled people do that. Special Olympics started in the 1960s when Eunice Kennedy Shriver was shocked by how people with disorders were treated.
But if I cannot win, let me be brave in the attempt.
Special Olympics is a non-governmental organization. It is a program of sports, training, and competition for people with intellectual disabilities. More than 2.5 million people are part of this organization and benefit from it. This NGO is spread especially in the Middle East and North Africa, as well as the rest of the world. It is in more than 165 countries around the world. It is in 20 countries from the MENA region. It has a program in every MENA country. Egypt is one of those countries. We will be focusing our project on Special Olympics in Egypt. This NGO is spread across the 27 governorates.
Tell us more about your stuff and about Special Olympics.
Okay, my name is Amal Mubadda. I'm the National Director for Special Olympics Egypt. My background is a civil engineer. I'm working, I started with Special Olympics since 2012. I'm a mother and I have 2 kids.
Could you consider Special Olympics an NGO?
It is NGO. It is NGO all over the world. In Egypt, we are in NGO. We are working under the umbrella of what is called solidarity ministers.
Okay. And about the rights of the disabled, for example, the parking and the buses and the.
Okay, now we are talking. You are talking about the PAR,
yeah.
PAR, not the intellectual disability, because the intellectual disability is almost the same. They don't need special park or special ramps or no. But as I know, Egypt is losing between about $4 million every year because of that we don't have facilities for disabled for tourism.
Parking lots.
Parking, toilets, buses, but now we have a national, what is called المجلس القومي للإعاقة, National Council for Disabled has been installed in 2013, headed by the head of ministers, Mehleb, and they start to make a lot of things with other ministers. So I believe we are on the right way. Maybe we are not running, but at least we are walking.
Special Olympics' main role is to help people with intellectual disabilities, to allow them to become healthy athletes and to participate in worldwide competitions. They teach them about their illness, how they are unique from other people, and that they should accept their differences and believe in it. They teach them to fit in with society. Most of the kids that have Down syndrome and join Special Olympics have families who come from very poor backgrounds and cannot afford their medication, medical checkups, and treatment. What do you rely on for your spending?
Donations, sponsorship by big companies like Coca-Cola or T-Delta, and individual persons that can donation most of our money.
What are some problems you face in Egypt, like with Special Olympics?
Actually, the first and the biggest problem that we felt all the time is how to finance or how to finance our activities because minimum we have 3 million athletes with intellectual disabilities all around Egypt, and I am responsible to be or to approach all the governmental. The 27 governmental in Egypt. So I have, this is the biggest problem that we have finance.
Does it have to do with like advertising? Like advertising what you do, actually, like if you advertise it, it would like probably help with the finance. Does it have to do with
Actually, this is one of our plans. It will start, we make a deal with Tariq Noor, his channel is Al-Qahira والناس. We will start advertising, I believe, on the 1st of December, or maybe on December, but I hope it can help because most of the people will be affected more with cancer, so if you said sports and intellectual disabilities, it will not be one of the priorities.
Looking at the following countries on the map, one can see which countries hold health athletes events. Thus, they care about the athletes and about their health. It is mostly located in the developed countries where they allow better health care for people, and these countries provide a better lifestyle for people with disabilities because stigmas are more limited. Looking at North Asia, Africa, and the Middle East, there is a lack in the health of athletes' events. They need Special Olympics.
2 weeks ago I read a chart and it had the number of people who are like athletic in Egypt, and it was really low. Do you think Special Olympics will increase this rate?
Yeah, when we start, I was working with about 25,000. Now we have 55,000 in these 2 years.
So it's actually helping the rate in Egypt to even grow.
Yeah, sure.
Even the people with disabilities do help.
Yeah.
A disabled person in Egypt means that he is a person that does not know how to meet the basic needs of the society around him or her, such as taking public transportation and going to work. One with a physical disabilities will not be able to do that. 3.5% of the population of Egypt are disabled people. The main problem is that there is a lack of service that the government does for them. They try working with non-governmental organizations, but at the end, it only helps 10% of the people with disabilities in Egypt. To summarize, the main problem Egypt is facing is that the government cares less about the people with disabilities and they do not give them interest to help them effectively. However, engineer Mubdi has shed a different light on that. Egypt's economy is not that high and it has been facing this problem for a really long time. It does not have enough money to provide organizations or provide every single person in Egypt with enough money to live properly, especially the people who are outcasted, like the ones with disabilities. That is why poverty that Egypt is facing affects this situation. In Egypt, the people with disabilities feel that they are outcasted. The fact that Egypt created the law towards them makes them feel left out, and in the law they spread them into percentages.
And what about the rights of the disabled? For example, the parking and the buses and the.
Okay, now you are talking about the PAR,
yeah.
PAR, not the intellectual disability, because the intellectual disability is almost the same. They don't need special park or special ramps or no. But as you know, Egypt is losing between about $4 million every year because of that we don't have facilities for disabled for tourism.
Parking lots.
Toilets, buses, but now we have a national, what is called المجلس القومي للإعاقة, National Council for Disabled has been installed in 2013, headed by the head of ministers, Mehleb, and they start to make a lot of things with other ministers. So I believe we are on the right way. Maybe we are not running, but at least we are working.
Okay. Feel the problem that the people with disabilities are facing now, if they're not in Special Olympics.
To find the way to Special Olympics,
Yeah, exactly.
because actually we didn't cover the whole period or the whole area. Still we didn't, there is many governmental who didn't approach it, like Ben Swift, Asyut, are working in 11 governmental only. I hope in the next years we will approach the rest.
This has to do with like the awareness to people, like they don't have awareness of how to treat disabled people.
Yes, this is one of the biggest problems in Egypt. If I'm talking about intellectual disabilities, what's that they are mainly under our umbrella as a Special Olympics. We still have these cultures that they are full, maybe they can
they can attack you for that.
Keep away from them. Maybe you will have a diseases or whatever. So this is one of the Special Olympics roles, to approach schools, to approach the new generation, to spread awareness, when they got medals and they have whatever they do, their achievements, the media has to give people feedback what they do, their achievement, because
the Egyptian government decided to like close down Special Olympics.
They closed it.
Yeah.
Okay. I have another head. I am the head of the Federation for Intellectual Disabilities. So I'm going to work with them in another field.
If 1 to 10, how would you rate the success of Special Olympics?
It's
100.
it's hard to
I would
say.
rate it 100.
Yeah, but just to tell you, we are working 24 hours. We are doing our best to approach as much athletes as we can. But I feel that we are doing great compared, like I told you, when Special Olympics Egypt make 60 events per year, and other countries like Emirates or Kuwait, when they have a lot of money, they don't know where to spend it, and they make 10. So this is a big difference. This proves that we make a lot of effort with the children.
Thank you.
Special Olympics consists of 24,787 athletes. It was successful enough to allow its healthy athletes that are disabled to participate in 1999, just 4 years after it was formed, at the first regional games with 28 athletes in Cairo, Egypt. Mariam Zakhri of Egypt, fitted with a hearing aid, heard her language and her coach for the first time in her life. Stories like Mariam's are inspiring nations like Egypt to expand their offsprings to athletes. All Special Olympics Egypt athletes now receive medical exams and follow-up care.
Tell us about the girl who won a bronze medal in lifting.
We have many. We got the gold medal in floor hockey in Korea, 2013. This was the gold medal. We got the gold medal in running on ice in Korea. This was Winter World Games, and we got bronze in running. Actually, we have minimum we got between 26 and maybe 40 medals per year between regional and World Games every year for intellectual disabilities under Special Olympics umbrella.
What do you think the relationship between the government and Special Olympics right now? Are they helping?
Before, when we started 3 years ago, it wasn't such big help like we have it now.
Yeah.
Now we have the total support. As example, we will have on the 11th, on the 2nd of December, the regional games for Special Olympics for the MENA region, Middle East and North Africa. These games, it is under the auspice of President Sisi. And this is something really, it shows how much now Special Olympics have been improved. Maybe 3 years ago we looked for an auspice for Cairo governor and we cannot have it. But now we are working under the auspice of Sisi.
So we would consider that the government is promoting the activities in Special Olympics, right?
Yes.
It's actually happening and promoting, yeah. So if you look at Special Olympics now here in Egypt and other countries around the world, how would you compare and contrast the Special Olympics here and...
Okay, if I compare it with the MENA region as example, we have 23 programs in the Middle East and North Africa. Egypt, I'm Special Olympics Egypt, or SO Egypt, we are, our activities, it's between 50 and 60 activities per year. The maximum in the other countries is 10 activities per year.
Okay, I understand.
So Special Olympics Egypt is on the top of the MENA region. If you compare it with worldwide, I believe we have a very good place.
Okay, do you receive the people who don't have money, or do you also receive other people who have like some money, and you accept any people from?
We accept any people. We don't charge. It's forbidden to charge any people, whoever or whatever the standard he came or she came from. We don't charge. It's totally free. It's totally free to have to train the trainer. It's totally free to give him the training, to give him the clothes, to give him the ticket if he is travel with us. If we will have an activity, as example, this is what I talked to you about, it will be in the hotels. It's Special Olympics will pay everything.
And how do you choose your coaches? Based on what? Do you test, you train your coaches before they train the kids? Or how?
Yeah, most of the coaches, they start with us as volunteers. And then we test them and we say how come they deal with our children. They start to take training. Like I told you, we have experts. So we give them training how to deal, because he can be the best trainer for swimming in Cairo or in Egypt. But when he starts to work with intellectual disability, he can be a very bad coach. So we have to give him the know-how, how to deal with our children.
They're happy, right? They're happy with what's going on in Special Olympics.
Yeah, of course, they change their life, because you take him from isolated area,
Yes.
then to a very shiny area. Now he has media, he has medal, he can be champion in an international competition. Now he can say hi to Sisi, he will be honored by him. So you change not only his life, it changes the family life. Before, maybe for them he's a disaster. They feel shy for him, or they feel shy to face the society that he has an intellectual disability. Now they are very proud that they have a champion in their life.
Okay, what do you feel the problem that the people with disabilities are facing now, if they're not in Special Olympics?
To find the way to Special Olympics,
Yeah, exactly.
because actually we didn't cover the whole period or the whole area. Still we didn't, there is many governmental, we didn't approach it like Ben Swift, Asyut, are working in 11 governmentals only. I hope in the next years we will approach the rest.
But giving back. Whatever path that you take in your lives, you must always find time to give something back. Something back to your community, give something back to your state or to your country. And let me tell you something, reaching out and helping people will bring you more satisfaction than anything else you've ever done.